tonight I was working to help set up for the feeding program where they're going to pack these boxes of food out. I got so involved in folding the boxes and I was doing it so fast, and the guy says, he has a neurological disorder, but look how fast he's moving. Well, I was back at the factory for a bit there. I start out with a cold and we'll work our way to warmer. I was a bookend poet in a magazine called The Orion years ago. And I was thinking about, as things are just starting to thaw, the poem is called At Last. She sings like water through the pipes, sweet refrain after frozen earth. Cold so deep you could snap a vein, heart shatter into shards which glisten on the blacktop, embed in a tire or stab the eyes with sheer depth of human worth.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking around, okay, what do I have that relates to spring? But this one mentions it in it, so it's called In the Stacks. I was inspired, bought from the library an old volume of Sandberg, and it was 40 years old, opened it up and smell of the pores.
Oh, yeah.
In the stacks, take up the scent of this one book, and you seize a forest between your hands. The wet green of spring saplings, the musty bark, dry as roof shingles, the forgotten pungent decay beneath your feet. Inhale deeply from a single 40-year-old volume, and you grasp an entire library. The third one, I actually found one that I had done in spring and buried in all my work here. And I just did a little touch up on it, blew the dust off it. It's called Alive Again. Ah, spring, how long he's waited beneath accumulated snows and heavy-hearted winter. Though the bursting forth of buds heralds an atmosphere choked with pollen, he perambulates a postage stamp lot, mere tenth of an acre. Purple lilac blooms, cloud of scent rises on the breeze. Many of the trees on this parcel were planted by his father more than 20 years ago, some just months before Dad passed away. He never felt an urge, as his parent did, to dig his fingers into good earth, feel its pulse, how fragile life once nursed here. Still, the annual walkabout property lines keeps him in touch with something natural and wild missed by most in the city. It's what connects him with both his deceased father and the land itself, a country person in the truest sense. Such short days, so warm in the sunshine. And these little things in between this is the high one. And I had experimented with that. That was in one of my periods, I guess you'd call it. Experimented with high bonds, haiku.
Great, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
You're looking pretty dapper tonight, too.
Gary's very talented. Okay, anybody want seconds? We're opening up. There you go, Glenn Henning.
All right, here we go.
All right, rock and roll. Woo!